You're doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm good. And thank you so much for accepting my invitation for the call.
No problem at all. How's your day going so far?
It's been pretty well actually. So I already had a call with somebody. I had that session, and after that, I was working on a script related to the content of my channel, and then I'm having a call with you right now.
Okay, wonderful. So I would love to know about you. A brief introduction. We'll start with that.
Sure. So, as you already know, my name is Zaheen Siddiqui, and I have done MA in English Literature from Symbiosis College, Pune. And I was working in an IT company. So, but a few months back, I left my job because I wasn't finding my work very interesting. And somewhere I felt like I'm interested in psychology. So, recently I've taken admission in diploma in psychology from Symbiosis College itself. So, currently my sessions has started for that, and along with that also I post videos related to self-help books and related to psychology concept on my channel. So that is all about me.
Okay, your channel is related to not English learning. It's more about psychology and self-help kind of genre.
Yeah, so I started actually, I've tried multiple things. I started with makeup videos, and then later it was related to food vlogs and all. I wasn't able to understand what is my interest. And then, so reading wasn't something that I had a habit of, but then I intentionally developed that habit because reading is a good thing, for your brain also, for learning also. So I started that, and then later I was like, if I'm reading books, and mostly I'm interested in self-help books only, so I don't read fictional book stories and all. I mostly read non-fictional. So I thought maybe I should make videos on those things, and then I started making videos related to books. And recently only, when I took admission for psychology, then I started posting things related to psychology. Otherwise there are not a lot of videos related to this, but I'm thinking of continuing this thing.
Okay, you were working in the IT, you said that, right? IT industry?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, okay. But you did your MA in English literature.
So actually, I had done my business management, a specialization into HR, and then I took a job immediately after graduating, and later, along with my job, I did my MA. So I was working and I did my MA as well, just because of out of interest.
Wow, you are very courageous to try different things for yourself. You did management, then you worked in IT, then you did something again, like back into English literature. Now you had the guts to give up your job and try psychology. Oh my God. How do you explain yourself?
Actually, I always say that I have a very fluctuating mind. So I'm still like, I've taken admission for psychology, but then I'm not sure whether I'll continue because right now I'm interested. I want to make my career into counseling or therapies and all. But then later, maybe after some time, I'll have interest in something else. But then like the reason why I have been switching things, because I still don't know what is my interest. And I worked for a few years in a company, but then that was also not my interest. I did not find it like my heart was not into it. And I really believe in it that if you are not into something, then you shouldn't do it, because you cannot be your best at it if you are not interested. So I'm still trying to figure out what I'm interested in. I'm just trying multiple things, and maybe I'll realize, and so that's it. But I really believe that you should do something that you love.
Definitely, but one important role is of the family. Family also plays an important role in making you discover what you like or do not like to do, your passion or your thirst for trying new things. Is your family supportive of you switching fields and careers?
Yeah, kind of. I mean, they never say that you should not do this or you should not do that. So they are. Sometimes, especially talking about YouTube, they're like, why you are doing this? Like, you're investing so much time because you are also into it. It takes a lot of time, right? Even writing content, then making videos, uploading it. It takes a lot of time, like of my day. And my sometimes my mom and dad are like, why you are putting so much time into it? You should do something where you should have that scope of earning job, a proper job you should have. Sometimes they say, but then they're like, okay, if you want to try things, then you should.
Good. Any regrets so far in your decision making?
No, no,
Mm,
no regret.
awesome.
I feel that yeah, I have tried multiple things. I had really good year of experience into my job, and then after that, switching the field was a little difficult because once you leave something, and I did not want to continue or search for jobs in the same field. So it is very difficult to find out something else in other field. So it was a little difficult, but then I don't have regret. I'm at the stage where I want to try. I'll figure out in some time. Yeah, there is a financial crunch right now, but then I hope I'll manage that.
Okay. So do you believe in like failing and learning for yourself, or do you believe in learning from other people's lives? Which one will you prefer?
I think both are important. You want me to say one or
Both are important, I get it, but your perspective, which one is
hmm.
better? Listen to experienced people and learn from their experiences, or you try your own things, either fail or succeed and learn from your own experiences. Which one will you prefer if given an option?
I would say that failing yourself and learning is more important because you really realize what is your potential. Once you go through some things, then you make mistakes, you fail, you learn through it, and later sometimes you don't have idea like how courageous we are or how much potential we have. But then when we go through these phases, maybe difficult time, adversity, anything, later we decide understand that okay, I had that ability but I never knew it. So I feel failing yourself and learning is more important. But other than that, I also believe that we should also learn from failures of other people, through their journeys and all, because I hear a lot of podcasts and all, and always hear their stories, how they failed, how they did something great in their life. So sometimes, when I'm very down and when I feel like, yeah, nothing is working for me, and during those times I feel like, okay, these are also the people who did okay. So I feel like I can listen to their story. I can understand. People normally share what mistakes they made, so it is very important to even learn from other people as well, along with your failures.
True, true, true that. Also, what is the story behind the name of your channel? Because it's very deep, socially awkward soul. So what's the story behind it, and who is that soul? Is that you?
Sorry,
I mean,
who?
are you socially awkward?
Yes, so the thing is, I was an introvert. I never spoke to people. I never had friends. In my school, in my college, I was like that. Kind of first bencher and never spoke to people, and being around people was like very difficult for me. I would get very socially awkward. I never knew how to speak to them, what to say. So yeah, I was socially awkward, but I have changed myself a lot with time. So yeah, right now I can call myself like ambivert. I'm not somebody who cannot speak to people. I have worked on myself, but then, yeah, somewhere that introvert thing is there in me still.
How and why did you feel the necessity to change yourself from an introvert to ambivert?
Um, so basically, one thing was that I would get very uncomfortable around people when even when it is about social gathering. Um, so sometimes things would get very awkward, what to say. Even if I'll speak something, I will think about it like for a day or two. Did I say something wrong or something right, or what was like what they will think about me. So that was one thing. And then when I started working, especially, then I realized that you have to communicate. I feel that communication is one of the most important thing that you should have. It is one of the most important skill, especially if you want to work in a corporate world. Then I realized that there is a need to work on myself, and then I thought, okay, I should do some work on myself and then change things.
Mm. Okay, then what steps did you take to change yourself?
Normally, I had to come in. The thing was that it was a really good thing that I started working, and then I had to communicate with people, and obviously with my colleagues and all. And so along with that, I also started taking initiative for the presentation and all, where I can build my confidence. So I did that. And also, previously, whenever it was about going out to relatives home and all, or meeting friends, so I would always say I don't want that. I will always say no to those things. I will always avoid conversations. But then later I started getting involved with people, because even to improve your communication skills, you need exposure, you need experience, you need to talk to people. So I started doing that more.
Mm, wonderful. And since you told you're a lot into podcasts, which are your three favorite podcasts to listen to?
Do you know Mel Robbins?
Yeah, I have heard of that. Yeah.
Yeah, Mel Robbins podcast I hear, then Jay Shetty, and third one would be my favorite.
Okay.
So my favorite.
Okay, but
And
if
then
there
there's Jamie Kern Lima show. I love her podcast also.
Wow, wonderful. And is there any podcast you would like to recommend to beginners? Because these are for somebody who are more than intermediate or fluent speakers. So if a beginner wants to learn their listening journey through podcasts, is there any recommendation that you have?
Um, so I don't hear a lot of podcasts related to English language. But it is normally related to like self-development, personality development, and even psychology, confidence, and all of those things. So I would recommend Jay Shetty's podcast. I hear that. Like I have a habit of, I get up around 5:30 in the morning, then I meditate and I pray in the morning, and after that I always hear a podcast and I write journal. So mostly the podcasts are related to these things only, psychology or self-help or confidence and all, anxiety and everything.
So well organized, I would say, like you have your day sorted out, what time you wake up, and you're working a lot upon yourself, self improvement, personality development. Was there any setback or some stage in your life that made you believe that you have to work on yourself or self help, helping yourself? Anything like that? Or it's just for general growth?
Um, I did not have this habit of getting up early in the morning, but there was a phase in my life where something happened, and then I started praying in the morning. So I pray 6 times a day. Uh, so that's why I started getting up in the morning. And then later, I have some, I always had this anxiety issue, and I would get very stressed over little things. Then I get overwhelmed. So that was the reason why I started meditating. And I feel like journaling and meditating, these both things really help me in terms of controlling my thoughts, in terms of like being grounded, being in the present moment. So that was the reason that I always have been very anxious person, and these things help me a lot.
And I see this combination a lot. Being an introvert, being an overthinker, you definitely have anxiety issues. It's not only about you, for people who are introverts, and they naturally tend towards overthinking. They are oversensitive. If somebody says something, it affects them a lot. I also belong to the same category. So if somebody says something, I cannot digest it for 1 or 2 days. I am sensitive to what people say, but I've trained myself to not bother anymore. But I used to be that. You definitely, they are going to be overthinkers and uh, sensitive, overthinking, introverts, and definitely they will have anxiety issues. I've seen this pattern a lot.
Okay, so how did you control you're saying that now it doesn't affect you much. So how you have worked on that thing?
I think in some point of your life, you reach a stage where it is saturation. Like you've faced so much of it that it is saturated. And the more it keeps coming, it doesn't affect you anymore. Like when you're filling a cup, it's already full. No matter how much water you put, it's full already and it won't take anymore. So it has become like that. More anxiety comes, I ignore it, I smile. I don't know, my mindset has become like that. And I don't take it personally anymore. No comments. no arguments or anything. Whatever comes my way, I've learned to be cool, and there's no specific step by step method that I followed to achieve this. I think life teaches you, and everybody has their own journey, their own individual experience by which they come out of such experiences. So I think just believe in yourself, start loving yourself, and learn the art of ignoring stuff. I think that will be beneficial to people.
Okay. And as you spoke about loving yourself, so do you have anything like you do for yourself, especially just showing self-love?
So talking to people makes me happy, be it parents, friends. So that is what I do. I have learned to do things that make me happy, irrespective of whether people acknowledge it or no. So other people's judgment, I'm taking it less. Earlier, I used to consider what they are going to do, think if I do this. But that thing has reduced. So I think that is self love, right? Just be happy and do things that make you happy. That is what I'm doing. And other than that, I'm not much into skincare, hair care, and showing love on yourself, not physically, but within myself. I'm just trying to be happy and doing things that make me happy. That's it.
Okay, great.
Hmm. Okay.
So yeah, you have something else to ask?
No, no, please go ahead.
Yeah, I was saying that I want to understand your YouTube journey, how that idea came into your mind that you should start YouTube and start teaching English to people.
Hmm. I used to work as a spoken English trainer on one of the platforms of teaching in spoken English. So I used to work on one such platform, and I loved the concept of connecting with people and talking to them, whereas I did not like the concept of teaching English. It's have a conversation, have a spoken English class is different, and with the main intention of teaching English, that is different. I, like you, I'm having conversations, I'm talking to people, I'm learning about their life experiences. If they have some problems related to learning English, I help them with that. But the main motive was to connect with people, have a conversation, learn from each other, and that was the motive behind starting my YouTube. So I just quit teaching on that platform and then started my channel, talking to people, uploading sessions. So this is what gave me happiness rather than teaching people. Though I hold a TEFL certification in spoken English training, but still I'm not training people. I don't teach spoken English anymore. I am more into conversations and managing my YouTube channel.
Okay. And when you started your YouTube, was there any self-doubt or fear of criticism or judgment, like what people are going to say when they will watch my videos, or what if these things not gonna work out for me? What they will like people will talk about it. So was there any self-doubt in that moment?
There was no self doubt because whenever I start something, I do not have a self doubt whether I'll do it or no. It is, I have to do it. That'll be my mindset when I do something. I have to do it. That's it. And when it comes to people other than my husband, nobody knew that I have a channel. They don't know
Okay.
about it till date. My brother knows and my husband knows. That's it. None of my family or friends, like close by, I haven't told anybody that I have a channel. So seems awkward to you, isn't it?
Yes, yes, because you have huge number of followers, subscribers right now, and you're telling me that your relatives or family doesn't know about it, so it's a big thing.
Very few people that will, I haven't told them about my channel, but they have discovered it for themselves. Very few, maybe
Okay.
just 2 or 3 people. But when I started it off, my husband was the only person up to 1 year. I think he was the only person in my circle who knew that I had a YouTube channel. So there was nothing like, I belong to an Orthodox family, so it was always there that I'm going to be on social media. So what is the reaction going to be like? So that was the only thing, but there was no self doubt. I did not know anything about YouTube, totally new to this. Nobody among my friends or family were into YouTube. So it was new to me, and there was no doubt like I'm going to fail at it or pass at it. Nothing. I have to do it, and I'll do it. I'll make it work. I'll learn what people want. And somehow I believed in myself. That's it. There was no self doubt.
Okay, okay, great.
You're so
Uh,
calm, right? The way you speak, it's very composed, very calm. You're a very good listener. Are you like this all the time in your personal life as well?
okay, am I? sounding calm right now? Or
You are very patient, you're listening properly. And some people are very enthusiastic. They start speaking a lot. But you are speaking, but then you know when to keep quiet and listen. You're very well composed.
I'm not sure whether I have not worked on it, but then I always felt like whenever it's about talking to somebody, I get a little like I rush a little bit. So I try to, calm myself. Maybe it is because of that, because I never spoke or there was issue with my communication skills. I always thought that. So I always felt like I'm rushing through the conversation, and then intentionally I would like speak slowly. But then I was about to ask you this question because I have watched your videos, and in all your videos you're very calm, very poised. So I never thought that I have this quality, and but you said it right now, but I never believed in that. So I just wanted to know how you have worked on it, or you were all like already always like this.
I am mostly like this, even in my personal life, even from my childhood. I'm always like this. I am a bit disciplined and quiet, calm, poised. I'm an introvert, obviously, so I'm used to listen more than speak. So I have been like this all my life.
Okay, you said you were introvert, you used to like you normally listen more. But what happens with me is even if sometimes I'm trying to listen to somebody,
Mhm.
there is thought going on in my mind. So does that happen to you? Like something is going on into your head while you're talking to somebody and you cannot like pay attention to the conversation completely.
Definitely, it happens to me as well all the time, even when I'm having video sessions. It is always happening. Sometimes I zone out and I somehow
Yeah.
feel detached to what that person is speaking. It happens, but for very short time, maybe 30 seconds or so, I zone out sometimes. I think not only introverts, many people have this issue, like they lose focus while talking to a person. I think it is the interest, how interested they are in the session or talking to that person or about that person also. So it's a two-way road. Maybe that person is not that interesting or the topic is not that interesting. I think that happens. But when you're in with your best of friends and you're very happy talking to them, then I do not zone out. I think there is a
Yeah,
difference.
because I feel listening is one of the most important skill you should have. You should be a good listener. So that is something I really feel I should work on because sometimes I really zone out during the conversations and all, and I'm like, I need to work on these things.
Happens with all of us. So, you are an overthinker, right? So, why do you think people become overthinkers? Is it something they are born with, or they become like that through age?
I don't think so. They're born with this thing. Few people have more tendency to overthink, and few are little carefree and they go with the flow, they don't think much. So I somewhere I also feel maybe it comes because of anxiety, and that anxiety comes because of maybe childhood experiences as well. I feel that people who go through certain things in their childhood, or maybe how their parents treat them, or what kind of environment they get, that also influence. I feel that my dad has this anxiety issue. He has this anxiety issue. So I somewhere it comes from him also uh, into me. I feel that because he's a little anxious, so I also get little overwhelmed over little things. But I cannot say that overthink. I'm not very clear about the concept whether it is born thing or. But yeah, I feel that childhood does impact. It
Hmm.
has impact.
Yeah, I think the trauma that you face in childhood, criticism, bullying by people, and your own parents not being confident in you or being overprotective. I think all of these factors keep adding, in your life. And at one stage, when it becomes so much that you've had the same kind of behavior over the years, I think then you tend to overthink. That can be one reason, your upbringing. The second one can be some mental health issues, or another thing can be some traumatic experience of your life, maybe losing a loved one, or some situation which was so traumatic to you, that you start overthinking for the rest of your life. Maybe this might happen, or you start thinking in negative. I think these are the reasons. But nowadays, we see even children are overthinkers. My daughter is an overthinker. She'll think a lot for very small thing. If she has to take a leave, she'll think of 100 things. I have to go back and give a leave letter. I have to this. I'm going to miss class. All of this keeps running in her mind. But I've seen other kids who do not care. They're not even concerned that they're missing that day of class. So I think it is there in all age groups. It multiplies as in how you age. That's what I think. But me being a child, I was not an overthinker at all. Very careless, and yeah, I would do my work. I was a studious kid, but I was not an overthinker. Situations in your life, as in how you mature, they make you overthinker. I think so. That's my opinion.
Okay. And how old your daughter is?
My daughter is 11 years old.
And like, do you ever think like what might be the reason she overthinks a lot? It's not definitely from you. You never like you don't never overthink
No,
like
I
most of the
am
time.
an overthinker. In my
In your
child,
child that
in my
used
childhood,
to.
I was no, no. In my childhood, I was not an overthinker at all. As I grew, before she was born, then all these changes happened in me as well, like overthinking, negative thinking. So I think somewhere it stems out from me, from I am the reason. Maybe my qualities have come in her, but very early. Not to that extent that she overthinks a lot, but small ratio I'm talking about. She's a bit sensitive, and there are a lot
Okay.
of kids like that who are sensitive and they tend to overthink. They think 100 times before saying anything. There are some children who do that as well. So my daughter is one of them. I think it comes from me, and maybe some criticism that she faces in school or something regarding personality. There are a lot of things going on in schools, right? So maybe there might be reasons. Yeah.
Mhm. What do you think? What is the role of parents in terms of raising a confident kid with a high self-esteem?
Yeah, I think as self-esteem, self-confidence, all of this starts from your childhood, from your parents or from your teachers. I think
Yeah.
equally responsible, the school that you go and your upbringing, the way your parents are bringing you up. These are going to contribute to what kind of a person you are going to shape up to be as you grow up. It is very important for parents to not say anything negative to their child. And I strongly believe in that. If you keep telling them you are dull, you cannot study, don't you know this much also? How can you be so dumb? So I think parents should never say that, because somehow children start believing they are dumb, no matter if they are smart, whatever. As in how you keep repeating you're so dumb, they'll start associating that I'm really dumb. So as they grow older, I'm not saying they'll become dumb. Even if they are smart, intelligent, they'll believe that they are dumb. So I don't know
Yeah.
anything. I am not intelligent. So all of this self-esteem comes from there. Also in school, or even your teachers also, if your teachers are not instilling confidence in you, not telling you again and again that you are good, you can do better, that's a better way of saying, rather than saying you're not good, you're pathetic, how can you be so stupid, rather than this, you are good but you can be better. Just frame your sentences better when talking to a
Yeah.
child, especially, and also about their body, the way they look, especially girls. I think it affects boys
Mhm.
also, but since I'm a girl, I'm telling. So if you tell them something like, oh, your teeth is not good, your hair is not good, you are so fat, or you're putting on a lot of weight. Such things, if you tell, a body image is a major thing nowadays. As in how they become teenagers, they become very conscious of how they look. And they think it means the world to them at that age, that they have to
Yeah.
look beautiful, right, compared to their peers. So I think it is very important, both parents and teachers, even though not teachers, after they come back, at least their parents should be supportive, and they should be open to listening to what their child is saying. So when you have lived with your child, you can see their face, and you can judge what's running in their mind, what might have happened that they are so disturbed. So I think you can read their faces and give them time, and you can counsel them. And it's very important to uplift their confidence, their self esteem. You are beautiful. Just be the way you are. So, yeah. It's important. What do you think?
I really believe in it that your environment, how your parents speak to you, that really affects your overall confidence, whether they say negative things or positive things. Even I feel that even if a child is little weak in something, but when parents or teachers, if they can motivate them or they can tell them that you are doing this good or you will improve. So I feel just motivating them can bring improvement in them, even though maybe if the kid is not that you know intelligent, you can say, or maybe there is some issues with the kid, some mental disorder and all. I feel your how you talk to them does really impact. Even sometimes, peer, like how your friends in childhood treat you, like at the age of 3, 4, 5 during school, how they, whether they involve you, whether they, like, you are being involved with them or not. Sometimes it happens, a weak child is ignored from the students, and they start feeling like there's something wrong with me, and then that affects their adulthood. So yeah, I feel all those things, especially things what happens in the childhood, during the, like, till the age of 6, 7, during that time the brain and the mind is very vulnerable, so it impacts even the adulthood. And whatever you start believing during that time, you start believe, like, you will believe in your adulthood as well. So if at the age of 6 or 7 I thought that there's something wrong with me, or I'm not good, or I'm bad at studies, so that self doubt will build for the whole life. Even if when I'll start working, in my work also, in my job also, I'll be like, even if I'll make some little mistake which is very normal for everybody, but then in that moment I'll be like, no, there is something wrong with you. uh, uh, that's why you made this mistake. So that happens, and that impacts for your whole life.
It does truly. Okay, we are running out of time. We have very little time left. Is there anything you would like to add to the session? It was very deep and engaging. Like totally, we didn't know the time passed away. So, is there anything else you would like to add?
Just one last question. So, there are a lot of women who wants to pursue their passion, who want to do something, but they get really stuck in handling their household responsibilities, their families, household chores, and everything. So, what advice would you give them if they want to start a YouTube channel or they want to do something?
I think if you want to start something, just start it. Don't worry what people are going to think. If it is going to make you happy, just start doing it. And you have to start speaking to people, to your husband, your whatever, whoever is there in your home. Because sometimes we ignore ourselves, what our wants. We just feel, no, what they will think. Let me not ask about it. Let me just keep it to myself. Just speak once and see. It is not the reality. We have a lot of assumptions within us. Try to speak, talk to your partner, because unless people around you are supportive of what you're doing, it's not that it's not going to happen. It will happen, but it happens better with support. So if you're so much stuck in your household stuff, ask for help, some maid or something, because you are made for better thing. You're not just born to do household chores. Not that it is wrong or demeaning. You're not just born to do your household chores and finish at it. Every person has a unique ability. Maybe you're very good at cooking, that's okay. But don't make it like just home, kids, family. I'm a homemaker and my life is that. That shouldn't be the identity. If you want to do something, you already feel that I want to do this, then do it. Talk to somebody who you can confide in, maybe your partner, anybody in the family, your children. Talk to them and find out ways. And if you really want to do something, please do and start. And it is never too late. Because I used to think it's been 10 years. I am, so much time has passed. I'm old now. I cannot do anything. I used to have this feeling all the time. I kept trying. Keep trying. You might fail one or two times, but keep trying. So you will definitely, like, if you are passionate about something, it will definitely work in your favor. So please try, do not keep quiet. That's all.
I also feel that just put your efforts and leave everything on God. Things will work out at the end. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, it was wonderful talking to you. So it was really nice session. Thank you for connecting with me today.
Thank you so much. I really had a great conversation with you.